Hello, music producers, and welcome to CeoNationZ. In this exciting video, I'm going to be showing you how to master your tracks within 1 minute. Okay, now before you get those ideas in your head, I just want to say this, that I'm actually not a professional master. Like, mastering is a technique that takes quite some time, years of experience before you can become a master in it, and it also requires a lot of expensive equipment and gears and all those sort of stuff. This I'm doing just to help independent producers who just love music and are just trying to get some music out there. Okay, now, and some of you might also be wondering how we're going to achieve this just within 1 minute. Well, you're gonna be surprised. I know most of you must have heard of all these AI sites also that also master your tracks, and that also just takes minutes. So I think it's that principle of AI that we're going to be using right here in this tutorial. And the plugin we're going to be using for this is, actually we're going to be using Ozone 9 for this, which is a paid plugin. By the way, if you want to know how to master your tracks in FL Studio using free plugins, free stock plugins like stock plugins in FL Studio, I have a tutorial on that where I went into details on how to master your tracks using only stock plugins, and that link is in the description below. But for this tutorial, we're going to be using Ozone 9. So without further ado, let's dive into the tutorial. Alright, so right here, as you can see, I've got my instrumental, and when exporting your mix into a new project for master, always be sure to leave headroom space so that the mastering can take its effect. Alright, and I don't want to give you a certain number for this, but just leave it between, like, let's say -6 to -12, anywhere between that range will be fine. Very okay. Alright, so first of all, what you want to do is select a portion of the loudest part of your song. Most important is that usually the chorus. Alright, where everything does the loudest part, and just select that part so that it loops around that portion. Alright, so let's have a listen to what we have going on here. So guys, once you've set a loop, just go over to your master channel right here and then open Ozone 9. Alright, so what we're doing is very simple. As you can see, we have this master assistant right here. Just select it. You can see you have 3 steps to go for. You have 3 options to choose. The first one, you have the models, and you can either go for the vintage or go for the modern. My song is, I actually want to go for the modern right here. And then for the loudness and EQ, you can go for low, mid, or high. That is the intensity. And you can also load in a reference if you have a reference. But for the sake of this tutorial, I'm going to be going for the highs. And then your destination, if you want to go for CD, fine. I choose streaming. So once that is that, just go ahead and play your track and then select next. See, actually it has gone ahead to create this wonderful amazing change for us. As you can see up here, we have an EQ, and you can see we have this also going on, and we have this maximizer going on right here. So now one thing that you can do is just to add stereo width, which they don't actually provide for us. And once you add this, you just bring it in front of the maximizer, because the maximizer should be the last thing on the chain. Alright, so we have to go ahead and separate our lows, mids, and highs. So to do that, as you can see, if I move my mouse around this place, you see this plus icon right here. So just click on it, and then you now drag it. And then you can also right here solo it to have a listen to what you're working on. And go ahead and create ones for the mids and highs also. Then what you can do is just take the low, bring it down a bit to the mono section. Then the mid, also just add a bit of stereo to it. And then when that is that, guys, as you can see, we are done with the mastering. But also know that you can also go in and also do a lot of things manually after this stage. But if you don't have an idea of what to do, this is fine. You can just take this over to the next level. Alright guys, so that is that for this tutorial. Please, if you like the video, don't hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more upcoming videos. Thanks guys for supporting me. I really appreciate it a lot. Till we meet again, stay safe and see you in the next one.